Too many people regret divorcing once the dust has settled. What do you do when a spouse is convinced that the marriage is over? Unfortunately for many couples, they are unaware of how much havoc their minds can play with their thoughts as they struggle to make sense of their marital crisis. So I thought it worthwhile to expand this topic to help you either avoid this if divorce is on your mind. I see a good volume of couples that have split up prior to seeing me months and years later come to my session needing help to understand what happened and how they can ensure that it doesn't happen again. When we experience relationship problems, of course our feelings are real, but the meanings we put to them are not going to be as factual as we might think. A study was conducted, and it revealed that at least 50% of people that chose to divorce regretted their decision once the dust had settled. You can bet before their divorce they were 100% convinced that this was the right decision. I remember a couple in a session 3 years ago. She was hell-bent, leaving her husband. They had a 2-year-old son as well. She was shut down and totally detached emotionally. She said she had no feelings for him whatsoever and that they were over. I was not convinced that she was doing the right thing and told her so, but she was on a mission to leave. 3 months after she left him, she called an emergency session with me and flew thousands of miles to spend a day with me. She wanted to know why she had wanted a divorce so passionately and why did she feel so differently today. She had a new brief for me. She wanted me to help her win her husband back. This turned out to be impossible for her because although he never wanted the divorce, he had quickly moved on to what turned out to be his new wife. She was totally devastated and spent weeks with me getting over her decision. This was a very sad story. Many people are so unaware that their relationship can create such powerful feelings that can confuse their ability to make a decision that's good for them. Some people are divorcing their partner only to discover that they experience similar problems in the next relationship. Individuals come to sessions after multiple relationship failures, communicating that they can now see that the problem was not their partners or the relationship, but was actually themselves. In the severest of cases, as a person moves forward towards divorce, the individual can seem to rewrite their history to be bad right from the start and reluctant to even seek help because of what they feel represents their new truth. What they feel, and have been feeling for a while, has not helped them feel good, so they have attached that feeling to their relationship. But this assumption will always be an oversimplification. They will, of course, have an answer for every challenge, and turn any fact into more of a reason to leave, and even be happy to make it all their fault. But this doesn't make what they're saying true, but it will feel true to them. One of the many challenges, the person who is feeling bad is usually unaware that they are the one creating their own feelings. And so the question that is left unanswered is, what feelings are being created and what is really causing them? What most people discover is what they think is not going to be their truth. So if a person is shutting down emotionally in their relationship, this needs to be expanded so that they can learn if the relationship is really dying or if the person's thinking is part of the problem. What I find is that usually both people's thinking has been the problem, and this is due to a catalog of misunderstandings that has led to the couple to disconnect. In my position, I know full well how much couples need to know if they're going to have a relationship for life. Sadly, many don't know what information they're missing, and in the end become too seduced by their reactive feelings. One of the typical focuses is to keep all the wrongs that they have experienced alive in their mind. A person who feels wronged and keeps focusing on those wrongs will eventually make a decision to detach, and at that moment, it's only a matter of time till they feel so numb that they feel safe to leave the marriage. If couples took a moment to explore their relationship and their own behaviors, what many will discover is where they are is where they should be, based on how they have reacted to each other. Usually what's at fault is the couple's lack of knowledge of what really has to happen if they're going to keep the marriage alive for life. Getting a divorce is a big decision, and for many a big gamble, and sadly they are not aware that they're taking it. All they are focused on is getting out and feeling good again. Divorcing has lasting consequences, not just for the couple, but also for their children, not forgetting the extended families. So when they do get out of the marriage, feeling good can be short lived relief, followed by the real truth that any divorce will bring.